The Mimosa Show Valentine's Edition is brought to you by
Waves Lounge Pub and Grill, Penny Naturals, Eccentric by Kupema, Osaikum Furniture, Make with Bella, and Junior's Grooming Parlor.
It's another episode of the Mimosa Show. It's another segment, actually. The Mimosa Show is a maiden Valentine's Day event or show on AAU TV. AAU TV is the voice of higher education in Africa. We are coming to you live from our headquarters here in Accra, Ghana. My name is Aja Omi, and I will be your host on this segment. So, as said earlier, the topic for this segment will be expectations and dynamics of giving on Valentine's Day. How or what are the dynamics of giving on Valentine's Day? What has changed in terms of giving and expectations on Valentine's Day? I have my lovely guests here with me in the studios, but I'll introduce them after this short vox pop which we filmed on the streets of Accra. Do stay tuned.
This shit is brought to you by
Waves Lounge Pub and Grill, Penny Naturals, Eccentric by Kupema, Osaikum Furniture, Make with Bella, and Junior's Grooming Parlor.
The Mimosa Show Valentine's Edition is brought to you by
Waves Lounge Pub and Grill, Penny Naturals, Eccentric by Kupema, Osaikum Furniture.
The best gift to give a loved one or anybody, any person that you love most is the Bible. Yes, because with the Bible, I think you can conquer everything. Everything is in the Bible. So I know that anything that on a Valentine's Day you give to a loved one is a Bible.
Teddy bear, chocolates, money. You can take her on a date or something.
For that one, I can say chocolate. Yeah.
We'll go on a date. When we come back, then we show ourselves the other side of love, aside going out and
Just buy him or her Teddy.
To give a loved one on a Valentine's Day is to reassure them of your love for them. Let them understand that you are responsible for them. Every decision you take, they are part of it.
Okay, maybe a face towel with an embroidery of your name and a teddy bear with chocolates would be.
That was an interesting session right there. I hope that you enjoyed or you heard the various and the numerous comments we got from the people on the streets. Before I introduce my guest, I would like to mention to you that the show is proudly brought to you by Eccentric by Kupema, Osaikum Furniture, Waves Lounge Grill and Pub, Penny Naturals, Junior's Grooming Parlor, and Make with Bella. I'll give my guests a minute to introduce themselves to us.
So I'm Nana Esima Basam and I'm AU's rep on agricultural issues.
I'm Jimaima Deladem Duche and I do student voices.
My name is Ajima Nochudapo. I'm Assistant TV Manager Programs, AATV.
Yes, you're a very popular face on AAU TV. Thank you all for joining me today on the Mimosa Show. So our topic for today is expectations and dynamics of giving on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I'll first of all start with this question. Based on the vox pop that we saw like a few minutes ago, one woman mentioned that the perfect gift to give your loved one is a Bible.
Yes.
Wow. I'll start with you, Ajuman. What is your take on
it? You're beginning with me. I like that. I side with the woman who said that 100 times, 100%.
Because
you know what we're losing in this world today?
No.
We're losing people who have conscience. People who have an open mind to what is good, what is right. People who are empathic and understand how others feel. And we have lost that kind of conscience in our world today. Today, people don't care. People don't understand your status. They are demanding what they want. They want 100-carat gold chain or a Mercedes-Benz C-Class. Whether if you're working or non-working, they use that to measure you. And these people don't have conscience. But if you do have a conscience, you wouldn't have to give that huge toll of a request, that hero's request from someone who you know has got the capacity, or because you want to kick them out of your life. The Bible is the best gift for them because they would have to read and build conscience, build a sensitive heart, a contrite heart, a heart that is soft, that understands, that endures, that has patience, as what Paul puts it in Corinthians. If they do, I think the world will be a better place. So the Bible is the best gift to give somebody on Valentine's Day. I agree.
I don't know about you guys, but I also agree with the Bible being.
You do?
Yes, I agree. But not just the Bible, maybe any religious book, because I believe that every religion practices love. Every religion holds deeply into like the concept of love. I don't know. I know the Islamic religion talks about loving your neighbor. Almost every religion in this world. So love is the primary thing.
Yeah.
Love is something so primary and basic that every human on this earth needs to express.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think I agree with her, but not specifically the Bible.
Maybe chocolate
If
bar.
anyone,
Even in this generation, the Bible can be downloaded freely.
Exactly.
Yes. And if people are going to have a contrite heart and going to be loving and caring, it starts from themselves.
Yes.
That's to take an introspective look. People are born differently, shaped based on societal circumstances and all.
Yeah.
So based on how people come out, that's how they show love. That's how they tend to receive love, and that's how they understand love. So giving should be in line with the qualities people, love languages people are more prone to.
Okay. For me, I think that in as much as I might want to side with you, Ajaman, I feel that let me explain. You know, the Bible makes, or let me say, teaches about love. I think it has some good qualities in there.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I feel like giving someone a Bible, you would want the person to know more about love, what the Bible is talking about love, because currently I feel like love has been, it has a whole dynamics to it, and then it's been misinterpreted. So giving someone a Bible does not mean you stop giving them whatever gift you would want to give them. I feel like they come hand in hand. Yeah.
And you being the face of you giving the Bible, you should
Okay.
also live a life that represents love.
Yes.
So if I'm receiving Bible from somebody that has no representation of love, then how do I see it? Do you get it?
Yeah.
So it should be, there's a whole complex arena surrounding it.
Yeah, that's true.
based on all of the submissions that we've had, I can tell that we all have different meanings of Valentine's
That's
Day.
true.
I'll start with you, Nane Sumambasam.
Yes.
What is your meaning, or what do you derive from Valentine's Day?
Well, since Val's Day is a celebration in honor of the martyr Saint Valentine, who exuded love during his time, it's a day of showing love to people, showing love to anybody, even animals, plants, everything around us. It's a day of love.
Yeah. I think I side with it. Like, it's a day of love. There is nothing, just to commemorate love. And then I don't feel like you have to give it to the opposite sex. Your family members, your friends, everyone is included.
Permit me to be a little bit different from what they said.
We have permitted you.
I think that love has been abused.
Okay.
And I will not sit here and say that I see the whole world understands love the way that I do. Love has been abused because today love is comfort. And I know that you know the gender that does that a lot.
Oh, you'll be surprised.
Who plan their lives, they plan their lives ahead of time with their comfort. They have people they get consolation from, gifts from, this from, that from. They have their whole life like a work plan, a love work plan.
But you need to plan your life.
Yeah, until they are caught. They keep doing it. They excel in doing that. And this is what they call love, because it's their comfort, it's their peace of mind. That bag of money is their peace of mind. That new message is their peace of mind. And that is what is ruining our world today. We don't get the meaning of love today. If you're a young man and you want to show love, you just have to be doing something that gives you some illegal money because you want to please some people who are ungrateful, who want so much from you without understanding how you made it. Why are we doing this to ourselves? We seem to have lost the core of love. These people have parents, right? What kind of love do they show at home? What have they learned about love that makes them feel that they can be making all those insensitive demands from people who are also human beings? I sit here to say that love has been highly abused, and all the stakeholders, parents, environment, friends, all of you are part of it. If your parents don't brainwash you on the wrong perception about love. Your friends will do. If your friends don't do, that community you live in will do. And you yourself are like a blind person walking through all these corridors. You have no idea of what you're doing until it strikes you one time, like what happens to Paul at Damascus, before it gets your conscience back. I think that the abuse is because of our orientation of what love is. And Valentine's has become the day, the cash out day. That somebody says, Valentine's Day, I'm getting my yacht, I'm getting my mansion, I'm getting my Mercedes. Why?
As you have made that submission, I would want to ask you, in your own opinion, what do you think has accounted for all of these changes in Valentine's Day celebration?
I think it's the environment and people we look up to.
Okay.
So somebody I look up to got a Mercedes bought by the boyfriend or the husband that very day. And I pray, oh Lord Almighty, Mercedes, this time it's a Land Cruiser. So I've not been told that, listen, lives are different. My husband today may have that luxury to buy me this. Doesn't mean that your boyfriend can or your husband can do the same for you. Everybody and the times, I think, changes. But we seem to have always thought that if it happens for you, it must happen for me. You know, Steve Jobs did a good job with the iPhone. But the iPhone is now the biggest headache for some people in this world today, because you have to buy your girlfriend an iPhone to prove that ultimately you are the lover of his or her life. You understand, right? So we now reduce love to just an iPhone. A device that can just be stolen or just lose its quality or be obsolete. Why are we doing this ourselves? I mean, why are you doing this yourself?
Ajman, this is not a question to me.
Not to you.
Ajman, exactly. Exactly. Ajman, this is not a question to me.
Rhetorical, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Rhetorical. No one needs to answer.
But I think that you first of all you need to understand your person's love language. And Valentine's Day, like Jemima said, it's not just about giving to your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife. You can give out to your mother, your father, your parents, your grandparents, your friends, everybody around you. So it's not just about your partners. So I think probably the person may not know the love language, but if he or she says that, okay, Jemima receives a Mercedes Benz from the boyfriend on Valentine's Day and gets jealous or a bit of jealousy, then obviously you should know that probably your partner is drawn to gifts and surprises. So then, no, you are with your partner. You need to understand her love language to be able to know.
Let me say that. You know, this love language thing, personally, I think I have an issue with it.
Ajman, I think we would have to leave this discussion for another time, because if you are going to delve deeper into these love languages,
I feel that basically love languages become like love headaches or hurdles we have to climb. See, we're all human beings. We're sensitive, right? We know what we want, what we like, and everything that we demand from each other at every moment in time counts because it's available. Okay, some people demand something which is not available and still want to use that as what they want, and without.
And I think that is where you guys flaw, because if I ask you for something and you are unable to provide, it's just how you communicate to me. Because you can, some guys or some men will just rubbish it and tell you, but you know I can't afford this. Of course I know you can't afford it, but that's what I want. And you'll be my partner. I'm just sharing it with you. If you can, you just do it for me. Otherwise, we are good. But oh babe, I don't think I can do that. I can do this for you now, but maybe you give me a few months or a few weeks and I'll do that for you. But some of you guys, some of you men just go like, you know, I can't afford this, but you're asking me, how do you expect me to afford this? No, it's all about communication and respecting your partner's needs. Because if you are in a relationship, there are certain things I can't ask my dad. In as much as he's my father, I cannot ask my dad, I cannot ask my mom. You as my partner, there are specific things that I may want you to buy, to get for me. If in this case, my love language is gifts and other things. So if I tell you that, oh, I would really want this particular shoe, and then you tell me that I know you can't afford it, I think it's like you not being concerned. You are not even expressing love in your response to me, because you need to consider my concerns. You need to consider how I feel about me not having the particular thing that I really, really want.
Okay.
So you need to be able to talk to me nicely. That, oh babe, I think maybe you give me a few months, I'll get it for you. If you promise me that way and it takes even forever, I know that you promised me, and so one day it will come. But if you just rubbish it and tell me that my need is not really a need or a want or whatever, I don't think that is right. I think it's Mama has something to say.
You were just limiting the love languages even to the
gifts.
Exactly.
There are so many love.
Exactly. And when it comes to giving to your partner, you have to be in like. Wouldn't you want to give a gift that your partner will appreciate?
You know,
like a gift that will light your partner up.
You know,
and if you might give a gift that your partner doesn't even need, you might be into gift giving. Your partner might just want quality time.
Yeah, that's
you would be going out of your way to give gifts here and there, expecting your partner to appreciate them.
But
probably
then,
a few times, yes, but at a point, no, that's not what I'm looking for. I want the quality time, maybe the words of affirmation, all the other things. So it's a complex thing. And then there are individuals also who have a hierarchy of the love languages, and it changes at a point. So you don't have to first your personalized gifts every day is gift. No.
There
you have
needs
to
be some form
of pay attention. Like you said, it's a project work. You pay attention. Like you go back, rewrite. There's no formula. So you go back, rewrite,
There is actually with women when you buy something for them.
Yes.
I buy the iPhone.
Okay.
So what kind of iPhone is this? It's an iPhone 11. How much did you buy it? There's a matter. That is too. I mean, that's just too much. You are not smart enough. You could have got at this rate. When you do that, you won't get anything. Women like it too much. So no.
I don't this one. I don't.
I think
we underquote the price.
While we are at it with the gifts or the gifts that we give to our partners or whoever on Valentine's Day, what do you think is this demand and the urge for men to just give? Because now I think I'm for Ajiman, because it's like most of the time the demand is on the men to give on Valentine's Day. What do you think is accounting for this? Like, I mean,
so traditionally men have been the providers since time immemorial. And even though sometimes the women like to make their men look good outward, they are the ones providing backwards. It's always been that the men are the ones providing, and this is the notion people have been going with for so many years. And there are some men, when you actually even the one give, they don't want you to give. It's like it's their thing. They find so much joy in making their women feel good, in making their women look good outward. That's their thing. So for the longest time, men have been the ones giving. And even to some extent, when men even receive gifts from women, they don't even know how to feel about it.
That's true.
So men don't get gifts.
And some men even make you the woman. Wait, before you come in, some men even make the woman feel that why, like, it's like yeah being cheesy.
Yeah, taking my role.
Like my role. Like, yes, exactly. Like, why are you giving me gifts? This is something I should be doing.
Steve Harvey says it in some of his talks that men are naturally hunters. Men like to go out for what they want. Men like to give. When men like you, they like to make sure you're okay, you're comfortable, whatever comfort means to them. Probably not from, if it's attention, they give you based on where they are at that moment of their lives. But you people too, you go in for the ones that don't really like you much. The ones that like you, most times it doesn't go that way. The ones that are they are giving, this girl is too desperate. Why is she all out? But the ones that are not, that's where the attention is not. That's where you guys seem to thrive, and that's where you waste resources. But when a girl likes you, see, the person is very conscious. See, she thinks of the future with you. She doesn't want you to waste money. She's thinking of how you can invest this money here, how you can put it here. But you guys are all into. So to that makes sense. I blame the men. They are the reasons why people assume that on Val's Day is the men that are supposed to give.
And I feel like, nowadays it's so much intense that you see videos on the internet and you never see a lady giving a guy. And even if a lady is giving a guy, it's not
it
that
mostly even becomes news.
It's nothing. But if a guy should give to a lady, if a guy should give to a lady, it speaks so much volume. I feel like
turn the narrative around.
No, because when Nana was talking, she made mention that sometimes you go out with a lady that the lady would want to spend on you, the lady would want to plan the future with you. But in other words, you feel like she's being desperate. She's so much poking into it. You understand? You want to stand your grounds as a man and rule the relationship as you want it. But that one you don't want. You want the one that will sit home and you will be buying every time and delivering and all that. It's true.
You know, compliment is a form of giving. Men don't get a lot of compliments
Because it's like they don't even like it.
You can say something small to a man and it stays with him for so long because you don't even get. You people, to some extent, it's very different.
The issue about who's supposed to be doing the giving, right? We in our part of the world make it look like it's a man's world and we're the ones supposed to be given. This mindset, I didn't nurture this. Because you are the ones who harbor these mindsets. So tell us where you got it from. But as a man, I believe I believe that it's a give and a take. All right.
Yes.
We live in a world whereby we complement each other. I show up in your weakness and make it a strength, and you do the same for me. But in some parts, sometimes we say Valentine's Day, men should be given. Men should be given. That's not the case, guys. I think you can start. You give me, I'll give it back.
And that is where you need to factor in your person's love language before doing any other thing. There are about 5 languages. We have the affection, words of affirmation, acts of service, gifts, quality time, physical touch. So you need to be able to identify which one your partner is really joining to, and then you provide that for him. It's not always about giving gifts and other things. We have a vox pop that we would want you to watch, and the discussion will continue. Do stay tuned.
Sex gifts on Val's Day. For me, I don't really believe in sex on a Val's Day. Just a gift will be okay for me. A gift will be okay for me. So I don't really believe in having sex during Val's Day. I don't believe in that.
I don't know anything because I'm a virgin, So I don't, maybe those who have had casual sex on it, they enjoy it on Valentine's Day.
So Valentine's Day doesn't mean you should engage in sexual immoralities or something. As I said, Valentine's Day is for like people who are in love, and then it's legal for married couples to engage in sexual like those stuffs. But then if you're not married, like for a Christian per se, if you're not married, then you shouldn't engage in such things.
The misconception about ladies offering sex on Valentine's Day, I don't think it's entirely true, because it's not every lady out there that will just go and sleep with somebody because it's Valentine. Because sex is not something you just trade for sex sake. There are other consequences, and I don't think just that particular day, some few minutes sex you go and have, maybe you might pay for it with something that might be very expensive. So I don't believe in that misconception that ladies offer sex on Valentine's Day.
People perceive that Val's Day is for like maybe boyfriend girlfriend relationship, sex in quote, but it shouldn't be so. I think basically it's to express love anyhow, any way you can. I think that's how Val's Day should be celebrated.
It still is the Mimosa Show on AAU TV, and we have been discussing expectations and dynamics of giving on Valentine's Day. We just watched a Vox Pop where people were sharing their opinions on sex, giving your partner sex on Valentine's Day, and I heard so many hilarious comments actually. But I'll come to you, Jemima.
Okay.
What is your take on sex as a gift on Valentine's Day?
Well, okay, so giving out sex on Valentine's, I don't know, but for let me say, all of a sudden, for some time now, it's been like on Val's Day, you hear people say, condom, you don't get condom on the market because it's scarce, because it's Val's Day, and you ask yourself, what are people going to use it for? And I don't know why you will wait. Okay, let me say, if you are married, okay, I don't know why you will wait for Val's Day to give your husband or your wife sex. It's you don't need to wait for that.
It's
you don't need to wait for
it's like
a time like that.
It's Mamba cannot wait to make a submission.
I know, right?
So Jemima, well, I think so just as there are love languages. Even if you give me gifts every day, on Val's Day, from my side, I want you to go extra. Because it's a day, it's a celebratory day, it's a different day. Even if see, every day is a normal day, you make it extra. So on that day, I will require extra. And the extra, if let's say someone's is physical touch can be in so many forms that can end up in sex. And great, people are actually practicing safe sex, which is good. So if there's condom shortage and all that, is because people are practicing safe sex, and maybe a lot of people are leaning towards the physical touch when it comes to love languages. And yes, I mean, no matter how you look at it, if you say you don't have sex, people are having sex every day. Val's Day is just another day that they are probably going more all out. But for sex, people are having it every day. Different people, different styles, different days. So yes, that one, you can't even say. And the church, no matter what is being said, people in churches, people outside churches are all having sex. It is something that has to do with feelings and then consciousness and conscience, so many forms. But yes, Val's Day.
I think that, the fact that these things are common and quite seen as trivial doesn't make them right. They're wrong. I mean, if it's on Valentine's Day and couples, legally married couples, are having a time to make love and do all these things, it is legitimate. However, if you are below the line, if you're not married, you don't have the right to engage in sex. It's simple and short. Because that right is given to the man when you are married. So when we hear news of condom shortages, it's because of those people who are fornicating.
No, so you are talking from the religious perspective.
If
you take the religion aside, if you take the religious aspect out of it, I don't see why you shouldn't have sex if you're not married.
Do you have the legitimate right?
You do not have the legitimate rights, but you get those feelings.
Not about feelings. Everybody has feelings, okay? But your feelings has to be mandated.
I don't want us to use this platform to advocate for people sticking to.
No, it's my point. I'm saying
no sex before marriage. No, we are entitled to our own opinions.
If somebody gets married, one of the rights that they own is that right to produce or procreate.
Exactly.
If you are not married with somebody and you are engaging in sex, procreate.
No,
why then you protect because you are afraid of the consequence, right?
So
that means that it is not legitimate.
Are you trying to tell me that whenever you have sex as a couple, you're supposed to procreate?
No, not every time.
So basically,
of course,
beyond
not every
that,
time.
beyond I'm saying that it's about the right. We get things wrong all the time because we blame it on our feelings. Okay, we're human beings. We're human beings. We're subtle. We were actually gullible to all these roles. Doesn't mean it's right. Please, I will not sit here and say that if you're not married with somebody, be happy and be confident in engaging in sex, premarital sex with the person because you think that you feel like the conditioning cause of it.
I think at this point
I would be here and endorse
to continue this discussion.
I personally will not endorse it. If it happens, it may be a mistake. But it may not be something done with the right conscience.
A mistake that starts from somewhere and ends, that's not a mistake. It was premeditated.
We would want you, our viewers, to share your comments with us. Is it okay for someone to give sex as a gift on Valentine's Day to their partner, their husband, their wife? And is it always the case that when you have sex, it should come, you should procreate, or it should just be for procreation? Share your comments with us via the WhatsApp line displayed on your screens. Ajiman, you've been talking about.
I didn't end my point.
You didn't end it, but
we don't even want to go there.
No, is that how
we are wrapping up.
Is that how you treat the people?
We are wrapping up the sessions. We are wrapping up the session. What can you recommend to give on Valentine's Day aside the things that we've discussed briefly, because we are wrapping up?
Well, simply, I mean, we need to be very conscious of what we do and how to develop love.
Okay.
We don't know it all, but we're trying to nurture a spirit of love.
Okay.
And it's an everyday thing. However, on Valentine's Day, it's like a day to commemorate it. So we do something to exemplify it. In Ghana, we're doing Chocolate Day.
Okay.
Chocolate is a very sweet item that you can buy for somebody to enjoy. However, beyond the chocolate is knowledge.
Okay.
Build knowledge about how to love better.
So yours is to give out chocolates and build knowledge on
Yeah,
Valentine's
chocolate
Day.
and
Jemima, share with me.
For me, I feel like whoever you want to give, you should know the person and know what the person would want from you, and give. Fine, you may not have the means to actually give, but I feel like no matter what, you would have to get something for the person, and it should speak some form of volume, some form of worth, because you value the person so much to give out to that person.
Yes. Well, I think you said almost everything that I wanted to say, but what I can add on is that on Valentine's Day, yes, just as the man we are celebrating did in his lifetime, we are supposed to show love, go all out for people, probably spending time with kids in your area, going to assist maybe a homeless shelter. Well, we don't have some here, but going to assist people, whoever that you can. It doesn't have to be people you know, people you don't even know. You can show love to them one time without any conditions, no attachments. And yes, when you are given to, one of the key things to consider is to not have any expectations.
Yeah.
Give things you can willingly without expecting the other party to also give you something.
Right.
Yeah,
I would also briefly just add that you also need to consider your partners or whomever you're giving love language. If my mother is a person who would want to receive gifts, I would give her. If she wants me to be present with her throughout the day, she wants me to spend the whole day with her, I would give her that. So you need to factor in your the person whom you want to show love to's love language before you do any other thing. Thank you guys so much for coming. Before we go, we'll have a very nice we have some set of balloons here. I would want you, Ajuman, to go first. You bust one, and whatever thing you find in the balloon, you just give it to me to read it out to you.
Let me hold this and then. So I think that's over there.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So it reads, what is the best gift you have ever received from your partner?
Best gift.
Yes.
You know, this actually gives me a lot of memories. I think the best gift I received from someone, it wasn't on Valentine's Day. It was on my birthday.
Okay.
Oh, there's nothing in this one.
It was a nice shirt. It was a nice shirt with a pocket chip and watch and a perfume.
Wow. Wow. And you loved it, huh?
Oh yeah.
Are you a gift person? Are you a gift person?
I love gifts.
And then you were telling us that you don't get ladies to give you gifts.
I'm not driven by gifts.
Okay.
Ladies don't like giving gifts. That one I'll say it. They don't like it. They always want to receive. That one, it's a fact.
Jemima, have you ever said I love you to someone without meaning, and why?
No, I haven't. I feel like whoever
Are
I tell
you sure?
I love you, I mean it. If I tell you I love you,
watching.
yeah. But if I tell you I love you,
Because they are watching.
no.
They are watching.
If I tell you I love you, you should know I mean it, and I really do love you.
Well, me, I've said it to people and I didn't mean it. Especially if I don't like you and you're pestering me, I'll just say that and say good night.
I wonder what mine is.
Mamba, would divorce ever be an option for you?
Yes.
Thank
Divorce
you.
is always an option.
Yes.
You ask them why.
Thank you. Do you mind telling us why?
I have just one life. I have to be happy in life. Whatever happiness is, sometimes you try, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
You have to choose yourself. In this life, being selfish is an option.
Yeah.
No matter what, choose yourself. People always survive.
We are wrapping up the session and we have another an interesting segment coming up right after this one. But I'd like to say thank you to Ajuman, Jemima and Isumamba for joining me here in the studios, AATV Accra, Ghana. My name is Naomi. I have been your host. Before I quickly wrap up, I would want to give big shout outs to Eccentric by Kupema, Osaikum Furniture, Waves Lounge Grill and Pub, Penny Naturals, Genius Grooming Parlor, Make with Bella, and everybody that joined us today to have this beautiful show, the Mimosa Show on AAU TV. The next segment is right after this one. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you.